Hey, want me to tell you a story? I guess silence means yes. Once upon a time, my mother and father met. My mother's friend introduced her to my father. They dated for 2 years, they married, and then they had me. Ew, I don't think that really happened. Shh. Let me imagine my parents have stories like this anime romance. My parents raised me as a very good child. Be a good girl, okay? Okay. Except, I don't really like playing with other kids. I play alone myself. And when you touch my things, can I borrow your doll? You're dead as a kid. It's okay, right? Just kidding. I'm a very nice child. I'll just stand there and watch other kids ruin my toys. One day, my young cousin visited our house. We can call her Fur. Apparently, my other cousins and she are always fighting, so she went to our house. Prism, your cousin is here. Hello? She asked me to play house with her. And because I'm expected to be a nice and sweet girl, I agreed to play with her. Let's play house. Okay. Your role will be the mother, and I'm going to be the baby because I'm younger. My mind darkens at the thought of that. I don't want to be a mother. I could be your sister. But I have to stay nice. Mommy, I'm hungry. You wanna play? Let's play. I play with her for a few days, but the effort I have to put into role-playing as a mom drains so much of my energy. And as a child, I just can't say to my parents that I don't want to play with her anymore. And my parents will have to tell her parents, and I'll be labeled as a bad kid. Bad kid. Her parents also said that I should influence her with kindness. That's a pressure for me as a child, especially if I believe that I'm not that kind. So instead, I handled the situation on my own. Hey, I have something to tell you. What is it? I don't want to play house anymore. But why? Do you know that naughty kids don't listen to adults burn in hell? Very effective though. She didn't force me to play house anymore, but instead, we played Barbies. To be honest, I don't mind playing with other kids, especially if it's my cousins. I have plenty of fun memories playing with them. But as an introvert child, sometimes it just really can be exhausting. And I'll need to have alone time at home to replenish my energy levels. Also, I grew up with different kind of nannies my entire childhood since my parents were always working. And since the nanny's duties are just to feed me, wash my clothes, clean the house, and watch me, I'm always left alone to play by myself. Because of that, shouldn't I be asking for a sibling or friends to play with? But no, I'd rather watch cartoons by myself than go outside and play. I don't really watch Chucky as a kid. He traumatized me, but now I love him. But one peaceful evening, when I'm laying down my mother's side, I noticed a bump in her belly that she never had before. Why you have a fat belly? You're having a baby brother. At first, I probably didn't understand what that meant. A human growing in my mother's belly? That's absurd. I don't remember a lot of things when my mother's pregnant with my brother. But I certainly won't forget that we had a car accident during her 9 months of pregnancy. Because even if the car is rolling down the forest, I remember my mom's first instinct is to grab me so tight in her arms, even if I feel like I'm crushing the human growing inside her. It was the thing I was more worried about, other than the fact that we could die out of that car crash. After that, the second thing I remember about her pregnancy is that there's always a tik-tik, a Filipino monster, on her rooftop. What's that? Maybe it's a tik-tik again. What's a tik-tik? According to my father, lik-tik is a Filipino mythological monster that has a black body, red eyes, and long tongue. It usually hops on the roof of its victim and preys on pregnant women, ripping her belly with its tongue to eat the fetus inside. I still remember my uncle and father scattering salt and garlic on our roof every night, believing that there's really a lik-tik preying on my pregnant mom. That's why that time, I always insist my mom not to sleep in our bedroom upstairs, which is just in front of our roof, but to sleep in the living room instead so I won't encounter lik-tik and face him eye to eye when I suddenly woke up at night. To this day, I still believe in monsters that my parents told me about. There's no harm in believing myths and fairy tales, right? But the real monster came after the human living in my mother's belly was gone, and I realized that he'll be living in our home from now on. Oh, that devilish smile on his face, my alone and peaceful time in that house, is gone. The end. Oh wait, actually, it's to be continued. If you want your wishes to come true, just subscribe to this channel so I can tell you more stories, even if you don't like it.